Hey, what's going on, everybody? Another episode. Got out of class today, and of course, what do you think I wanted to see? A train. So I went walking to get some exercise and to clear my mind. Been in the classroom environment all day, which I do not like. It's very hard for me to sit there for that long, and just even though it's the instruction, it's still pretty hard to just sit there and listen. You get tired. But hopefully I see a train. I really want to see one, and you always hear that you're supposed to speak into existence what you want. And I really want to see a train. I want to see some GEVO locomotives. I want to see 2 of them, both online, and I want to see them wide open. I want to see them pulling hard, so you can hear the RPMs. You can see the exhaust. You can see them working hard. And I'm gonna wait. I've been waiting for 28 minutes. So I even brought my bands and my jump rope to be proactive. So I'm gonna look like a fool or moron on the side of the sidewalk with all this traffic going on. But that's CJ, that's me. I love being proactive. I love developing and growing, learning. That's me. But even if I do not see a train, I'm still gonna make the best of it. Some topics that we've been talking about, learning about. I see the tracks and the signals, and I actually see some cars off in the distance. So I just randomly thought about a good topic that I could talk about. So I'm gonna try to get a good workout in, do my jump ropes, and do a couple of movement with my bands, and hopefully a train will come along. So as you can see, this is my jump rope and this is my workout bands. You can do a lot of different movements with this simple band. You can work out your shoulder, your arms. You can work out your mid section. You can work on your lower section. Just Google different movements. This was just a simple, I think we got it from Ross or either Marshall's. They actually have workout equipment, workout pieces in just a simple store, retail store such as Ross or Marshall's or Walmart or Target, and it actually was on clearance. So you can just try to make the best of it. Just do it. Like I said, I'm doing it while I'm waiting for a train to come. No, I don't have a radio with me. I know I'm going to be getting one from the railroad. I had one, but the one I had messed up, and I just never bought another one. So a lot of trains that I catch is just randomly, but hopefully I'll catch one. So I'm trying to get a good workout in. Here we go. Okay, so I've been waiting here for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Trying to see a train. I did not see a train. I did get a quick workout in with my bands, my jump rope, as well as I'm running all over Wilmington, Delaware. So just trying to utilize my time. Well, one topic I thought would be a good topic to talk about in this situation is based on what I have to work with, and that's the tracks. So if you look off to your right, this track here. Now, I'm going off of my background, my experience, and I'm making a best case educated guess. So I would imagine that this track here is other than main track. Looking at these tracks, I would say that this is main track authority, controlled track, main track. This is an interlocking because you can see a signal bridge off in the distance on the other side of this overpass, there's a signal bridge with the different signals going across for the different tracks. And on the other side, there's another absolute signal. So this is a control point or an interlocking, however you want to word it. It looks like this is some type of Y going off in this direction, but as you can see how bad it's grown up, it's more than likely out of service. You can look at the rails and tell there's not. So this leg of the Y must be out of service, because on the other side there's a Y coming around, and I believe you can see the switch. It ties into the main line off in this direction. So looking at the tracks, I would say that this is other than main track, and these tracks are a controlled track or main track. So for example, let's say there was a locomotive tied down right here. Let's say a GP40-2 or GP40-3 or whatever, some type of conventional locomotive. I could get on that locomotive, fire it up, and move that engine all I want to. I can move it and take it back to this direction. It's like an industry, a stub track that I can see. I get a picture of it. I can do whatever it is that I want to do on this track, because it's other than main track. And how I'm supposed to be operating is have the range of vision, looking out for other trains, looking out for obstruction, looking out for improperly lined switches. There's no one to talk to move on other than main tracks. And I believe, unless specified in timetable special instructions, the speed will not exceed 10 miles per hour. But in some examples, in timetable special instructions, but it may be called something else with a different railroad, I may be able to go 15 or I may be able to go 20. It's whatever the rule states, whatever the special instructions state. But other than main track, the speed is 10 miles per hour. Now, let's say this track tied into this main line. So do you think that I could just throw a switch to get onto this track here? No. In order to get onto that track, I would need to have either verbal authority from the train dispatcher, or I would need to have signal indication. If my train was tied down right here, could I get on the train, knock the handbrakes off, fire everything up, and blast off? No, I have to have verbal authority. So and I remember in my previous videos, I talked about it. You'll buzz up the dispatcher, let him know who you are, what you're doing. He'll give you permission to proceed from where you stand. Then, once you knock down a signal, then you're running on signal indication. So, on main track, you need either verbal authority or you need signal indication. And for other than main track, it's your world. There was a yard master who passed a couple of years ago. I can hear his voice in my head. You'll ask them permission to do something. He'll say, "Is your world over? The world is yours." You know, because you have permission, you have authority to do whatever it is you want to do, because you're in the yard. It's other than main track. So, for example, let's say that this engine was tied down at this location right here. I could knock the handbrakes off. I could move the engine and try to cross over. It's a lot of traffic. I can fire the engine up, knock the handbrakes off, do my standing brake test. When I get them moving, do my running brake test. I can come back here, and if I was a yard job, the instructions could be as simple as having the paperwork for, these are like hazmat cars. I had the paperwork for whatever cars I need, but there are so many variables. I'm not gonna even get into it, because you're opening up a whole nother can of worms. But I'm gonna say yes, you would have the paperwork for your hazardous material cars, and especially if you're crossing over a public road crossing, you'll have the paperwork for your cars, and you'll go and work the industry. And it could be as simple as pulling 2 and spotting 1, or pulling 5 cars and spotting 2 cars. The work order will have it. It'll have the car number, the car initial. It'll have pull. It may have what do you call it? It was a interplant switch or interplant switch. It's 2 different ones where you'll do a switch within the industry. So the car may be at this location in the same industry, and they just want you to move it to another location within the industry. And you do your business. And let's say, for example, I pulled 5 cars and I spotted 2. Well, when we come all the way to this signal again, the yard master may say, all right, just tie the engines down, tie your train down, and the bus will be coming to you. So think about everything I said that I just did. We just got on a train, moved it, and we worked the industry, and we actually came back to where we were, and we never had to talk to the train dispatcher because we were on other than main track. So in other than main tracks, you got to be looking out, have the range of vision, improperly lined switches, obstructions. But on the main line, you need verbal authority, or you need that signal indication. So as I stated, I've been here going on almost an hour and a half. I did not catch a train. I really wanted to get a train, but it didn't work out today. And but I talked about other than main track, and I talked about actually main track, what you need. So if you feel like this video deserves to be shared, please share it so I can try to grow my channel. I actually truly enjoy doing these videos. Thank you for all of your support, and I hope that you have a great evening. Till next time, you know what I'm gonna say. Uh-oh, right at the end, I did see a train. It's like a GP, a general purpose locomotive. It's making a shoving move. That's another rule too. When you're in yard operations making switching moves, you have the headlight on dim. And the end that's connected to the cars, you have that extinguished or turned off. So when you're in yard operations or making a switching move, you have your headlights on dim, the ditch lights off, and the engine, the side that's connected to the cars, you have that off as well. Thank you. I at least did see a train. This is how long I've been at it. This is how long it took me. 2 hours and 51 minutes.